So we should be all back right now. I would just adjust here the latest stock market. Wow, this is absolutely crazy, guys. Okay, so as you can see here, let me just see if you guys are online, and we should be stock market. Wow. Yeah, it should be now good. Let me know in the comments, guys, as always. And this is what is happening on the stock market, guys. Look at that. While we are live, we are seeing the S&P 500 fighting with the $3,000 mark or 3,000 points mark. Also the Dow Jones minus 6.75, the S&P minus 5.66% or 68%, the Nasdaq minus 4.78%, and this is absolutely insane, guys. So what is happening now? There's a lot of things that we will discuss today in this live stream. But first of all, as always, let me know in the comments where you are watching from, and let me know what is your questions for the market today. And there's one, if you watched yesterday, guys, I know what is the very single most reason. Someone on Instagram just reminded me today. Yesterday something very, very specific happened. It happened here on this live stream, so actually it's my fault that the markets are crashing. And it is that I broke the bull, guys. Okay, as you can see, it fall down. And it's not solid gold like I thought and many thought, and the sellers sold to me. I'm just joking, guys, obviously. But here is, the horn is broken, as you can see. Then the leg is broken. The tail is broken as well. So I need to fix that up in the next couple of days, maybe over the weekend when I will have a little bit more time. And then the market should go back up, guys. So this is the only reason why we're seeing this kind of market moves. Anything else didn't matter. That was the stream. Thank you very much. Well, guys, I super appreciated that, you are coming to the streams. This is really fun, guys. I hope for you to smash that thumb up button. And as you can see, the markets are fighting now. And I think maybe we still have like 8 minutes to go. And it could be that those numbers are getting even more worse. This usually sometimes happen. And there's a couple of things while this is happening. But let's jump real quick into the agenda of today's stream, which I think is important to understand, what is the blueprint for today's live stream. So first of all, I found this video here. This is very important, guys. This is, I think, a lot of stock market beginners are looking like that. They are breathing into a bag just to make sure that they don't get panicked. And this is very important, guys, even though this is on the funny side, but it's very important to understand that it's the most single thing why we are, or why people are not successful on the stock market, is sometimes because they just get scared out of the stocks, right? They get scared out of the stocks, and therefore we see that, this kind of panic sales are happening as soon as we have some news. And which news we have, we will definitely talk today, and therefore let's dive into the graphic that I actually wanted to pull out, which is the agenda for today. So this is the agenda for today. Let me make it a little bit bigger here for you guys. So first of all, we will talk about what is happening. Then we will talk about the yesterday's Fed money, which is actually a bullish sign, right? So that's why it's quite, for some people are a little bit, concerned why we have all this selling. And then there is the third point that I really want to talk about, that stocks are the new trend. And third, actually it's the fourth point. So, and the last thing is the what is actually to do, guys. Okay, what is actually to do. So therefore, let's dive directly in what is happening. So yesterday there was something that actually was quite awaited. So there was the stock. Let me just pull out the ticker here for you guys. It's actually getting better a little bit, as you can see. So yesterday what happened was the Federal Reserve, this guy here, made a speech and let us know what was happening inside the meeting that they held for 2 days. And it was a big announcement that they will actually hold those interest rates near zero through 2022, guys. So 2 more years for getting really, really cheap money on the market, which is a very bullish sign. And then also something else is happening on the market. And, I talked about it yesterday a little bit. Obviously, this was anticipated for some way or the other, but there was also some text that was a little bit bearish, I would say. And therefore, the markets are having a little bit of trouble to consume this news. And I believe that most of it, or a lot of this, is profit taking right now. We spoke about yesterday that this can happen because the stock market just went up so much over the last couple of days and weeks, actually since April. Unbelievable. Actually since mid of March, right? The market just knew one direction, and this is absolutely an absolute right way that people say, we will take a little bit of chips off the tables. And this is what you can see here. There's also some news about the second wave. So the second wave is quite interesting because I said always watch this. And if we are just looking into it together, then you can see the following. Let me just share this with you. So here on Google, just write US COVID, and then you directly see what is going on. And then you see here the cases. Actually, I think a couple of days when we talked about it was here. So it went down. It's like this up and down trend. And it seems to be in the trend still, okay, for the whole US. But then you see things like, for example, I don't think if the state of Florida, Florida is quite affecting. It's going actually way up. It's having the highest numbers of new reports every single day. And then you have things like, I think it was also Texas. Arizona was quite open for the last couple of weeks. So Arizona is high as well, guys, as you can see here. Then you can see, let us pull out Texas as well. Texas is spiking as well. So you see there are some big states that are actually spiking now in the health crisis, and therefore this is very important to watch if this will continue and how much of an impact it will be on the overall situation, because this is something that we should consider also. What is the really implication of this into the whole market? And if you are thinking that we will again go to lockdowns, I think the probability is very, very low. Not only that Donald Trump said we will not go in another lockdown, but also today there was Steven Mnuchin on CNBC directly when the stock market went down. He said, you know, everything will be great and we will pump more money into the market. And then we see this kind of things, by the way, you see if you follow me on Instagram, Wolf of Dubai Danny, just follow me there and I will and you will see my stories as well, which are quite interesting, you know, especially when I see some funny stuff on CNBC or other news. I'm posting that there directly, you know, obviously. And also in my Discord channel, if you want to be part of the membership, then check out the join button below all my videos and live streams, and then you can get access to a community just beyond this live streams where we talk about investing, we talk about trades, I post there my trades. So very a lot of value that you can gain as a new subscriber to this channel in terms of membership. So as you can see, this is very important to watch the next days, and let's see let us see the epicenter, which was New York. What happened to New York actually? Let's have a look. New York is actually still down, guys. Okay, so New York is doing a very great job in that. So applause to New York, because they are handling it quite well. So I think this is quite interesting to see. And the market just closed, so I want to go with you guys just real quick into the stock market, and we ended 5.8% minus today, guys. And some of you thought we can go forever up. Well, this is not the stock market, guys, okay? So you see that, you know, this is quite normal, and, you know, corrections happening all the time. But what's happening with the Fed and what they announced yesterday, okay, is very bullish, guys, for the next couple of months and weeks. So there we come to the second point on our agenda, which was that the Fed money is bullish, guys. And think about it. We are seeing now more stocks going down that are travel stocks, right? We will go into the stocks in a second, but you can see that, you know, airlines, hotels, all the stocks went heavily under the train, because just the idea of a second wave will just destroy all the gains that you will see. I'm sure, without even looking right now, I think Boeing is down. I think all the travel stocks are down. Let's actually have a look into the Yahoo Finance, into some stocks here. So let's have a look. Boeing minus 16%, guys. Minus 60%. Okay. Then let's have a look into Lufthansa. I hope you guys really listened to me yesterday when I said, you know, work with stop losses to just ensure that you don't go under the train. 10% minus. Then we have stocks like, for example, let's say Carnival should be also quite under the bus. Also 15%, guys. So you see, the second wave, or the idea of a second wave, is really pressuring especially well this kind of travel stocks. So let's say airline. Which airline can we pull up here? Let's say LUV, which is Southwest, also minus 11%. Let's have a look into American Airlines, 15%. So you see, you know, the trend is there that a second wave is really destroying all the gains. Booking.com, last one here. So you get the point. Booking.com, actually, I like Booking.com very much in terms of a value trade. But yeah, it's minus 8%. So as you can see, the most important losers are really the travel stocks, because if a second wave is really coming, then we have really a problem with this travel. So let's see if Tesla, how they made the day today. So this is also quite a -5% only, you see. So Tesla is really holding well. I'm really exciting. For me, the next milestone for Tesla is the Q2, to see how they really thrive through that. And but let's go quickly to the agenda. And as you can see, the next thing what we wanted to talk about was the Fed money is bullish. Obviously it's bullish, guys. Think about it. Think about it, that what is actually happening is that the market is getting free money, right? Or almost free money. So it always showed us in the history that this is really, really printing money. There's some chat. I want to go into the chat in a second, because there is the question in the chat. Can I actually how I okay, I don't know. Let me just fix that real quick. As you know, I'm quite new with my studio here, so now I know what's happening here. Okay, so the chat should be fixed now, hopefully. Yeah, so there was one, Jack is asking here, what stocks are you planning to buy if the market is crashing again? Well, it's actually going down now, so I'm definitely staying in my long-term buys and positions, which, if you're following this channel, Virgin Galactic is one of the stock that I'm currently really like, and that's why I'm really going into this stock. Then we have the second one that I really like is Tesla. Obviously, I'm just waiting that the market just pushes this stock a little bit down, and around 700 I would buy a lot of stocks that I had before back. Then we have Beyond Meat. I would love to buy this stock around 100, and currently those levels are perfect to cash on or buy more Virgin Galactic. So this is my top 3 stocks. And remember, guys, I prefer a small portfolio but a high growth portfolio, because this is how the big guys, the billionaires, and should be our goal, guys, to become billionaires. And this is why I believe, we should really think about that. I believe this is just my personal opinion, obviously, right? But if you are thinking that you want to be very, very successful and beat the market, then it's not a 30, 40, 50 stock portfolio. It's really a small portfolio of really companies that change the world. And then even long term, guys, if it's not going to these levels, then think about it. If you believe, like myself, that Tesla will go to 5,000, or Beyond Meat will go to 1,000, or Virgin Galactic will go to 500, does it really matter? That is there something that makes you uncomfy? Is there a difficult? Is there how to say it in the right way? So is there a big difference if you're buying at 120, 100, or 150 if the stock will be someday at 1,000 or 500? I don't think so. So this is the strategy long term, and just a couple of stocks. Saxophone Lounge is asking what your thoughts on a second crash on Virgin Galactic. Well, I believe that this obviously can happen, but obviously they will do anything in their opportunity to really avoid that. And I think that obviously this will be heavily on the company, but on the other hand, you know, they are trying something very, very hard. Moreover, think about all the, you know, all the Boeings, all the Teslas where people died as well because of some engineering problems. You know, this happens all the time, so I'm not that much worried about that. I think this is the same thinking when, you know, cars driving by themselves, and, you know, people will be scared, you know, what will happen when those cars will crash, right? But, you know, this shouldn't be really the most important thinking. This should be definitely something on your risk side, but, you know, Virgin Galactic can be such a 10 beggar company. And yeah, let's have a look into what else we had on the agenda, which is stocks are the new trend. And what do I mean with that? So first of all, I want to make sure that you guys are thinking that it's important to understand that many people are getting into stocks right now. And this is something that we can look up very easily by just picking up the Google Trends. And for that, I am going into here Google Trends and just put stocks. Let's see if people find more interest into stocks. And as you can see, we are having an uptick here, especially in the US, right? Can I make it worldwide? Yeah, so worldwide as well. You see worldwide people are going into stocks. And I think the same will apply to investing, not that much, but let's say stock market, also not that much. I think day trading will be big as well, because people are starting to day trade. Oh yeah, here we have a huge pick, as you can see. So there's a lot of risk takers right now. Sweden seems to be one of the top, Norway, Germany, Austria. So on the top are really people from Europe that are normally a little bit less conservative, or they are more conservative than the people from the US. So actually those, this is quite surprising here that people from the Europe are deciding to get more into stocks. And then North America here with Canada is then on the 10th position. So I think that this is quite interesting, and Robinhood should be also having a big uptick here, obviously in United States. So you see that the stock market topic is getting, you know, it's getting rolling, guys. Okay, it's getting rolling. So this means that more and more people are getting into the stock market. Some people definitely will get burned, which is great. But the overall idea that people are getting more and more into stocks is absolutely great, because stocks can make a difference in your life if made and trade properly. And you will definitely hear on and learn on this channel here how to do it, how I did it. Retired with 30 doesn't sound that bad. And I believe that there's, you know, a certain formula that you can follow big guys, and which I believe, you know, it's a interesting strategy to find this growth stocks. Just concentrate, you know, if you have 10 stocks, be concentrated on the 3 top stocks that will make you your money tenfold, and then you just tenfold and after each other, and you can be very successful. And, you know, I will support on the way, right? Because we want to become the biggest stock investing channel here worldwide, guys. Just a couple of days more and I will be posting a 1 year on YouTube vlog here that will be a little bit behind the scenes, or a little bit telling the story, you know. So I love that, and make sure to thumb up as well this live stream and this channel. Subscribe if you're new here, obviously, as well. because we are talking about stocks every single day, guys. So you will be always on the latest informations and strategies and news when let's have a look into the comments, because I feel like there's some great comments out there. Okay, so there is Sasuke who saying, I drove Uber as a side hustle prior to Corona. And what else? Yeah, there was something, I just didn't saw it, but here, I drove it as my side hustle prior to Corona. Would do not until the vaccine is out. Yeah, so basically, I really appreciate those people who are taking a second side hustle, because this will make you just more money to invest, and try to save as much as possible. Put it into some interesting stocks and or indexes, whatever your strategy is, right? If you want to play it safe, go more into indexes, and this will on average give you a return of 10% per year. Always better than having those on the bank account just going there under the inflation. Let's have a look. Thanks. And there's Sasuke again. Thanks, Danny. Please post breaking news when we hit the bottom. Well, unfortunately, there's no one in the whole world that can predict a bottom. And therefore, this is something that, I always tell my friends, my family, whoever is asking, you never can predict when the stocks are bottoming up. It can be that, tomorrow we see a rally again, because the overall news are quite interesting with the cheap money going into the market. But on the other hand, we are also seeing that, the second wave is quite a dangerous play. However, the second wave, guys, it's nothing. It's not breaking news, right? It's just a news that we see a couple of days, for a couple of days now. So I'm thinking that it's something to really look into, but don't be too much scared, because on long term, the stocks definitely will go up. There is something I wanted to talk about as well. Hit that thumb. That is this video here, my daily vlog about Tesla hitting $1,000, guys. I don't know, for some of you guys, for those OGs that are here from the very beginning, Tesla was one of the first stocks I talked about, because I was just so much confident, and it paid out big time, guys. So I think that's quite interesting to watch. There's a couple of guys that are asking what's happening with the Virgin Galactic stock. So in my personal opinion, you should use those dips to load up if you believe in the long-term story. Again, that always sounds the same, but think about that the stock will be maybe $100 in a couple of years, or $500 even, right? So why you are sad now about 5% mean minus, 20% minus even, something like this can happen. Just take the mindset of you are picking a winner, hopefully, right? Or you analyzed the company, you looked into the company, you watched my videos, and you are thinking that Virgin Galactic has an interesting upward trends. However, there are risks, right? On the one side, you have the risk that, it can go half, it can go, 75%, it can go even to zero, which is very, very low risk. But on the other side, you have the opportunity that the stock make 20, 30, 50 times your money even. So I believe that, this is something to understand. And therefore, with this mindset, you invest into the stock. You can never expect to hit the right price ever. So just buy in and at every month, put something from your salary to the side and put something into the stock. And then once you do this, you have a very nice average price, and then, over years it will go up. And if it's going down, think about why you invest into this stock. You invest into this stock because you think it's a game changer, and you can buy now on discount, guys. Okay, so imagine you are having a very special item in the supermarket that you buy every month, right? So something, I don't know, chips or Coke or something like, some entertainment thing. So, and then suddenly, they announced 20% discount on this item. What do? Well, you don't go home and cry that your favorite item is on sale, right? Do you? Do you? Or do you not jump because you're super happy? I think you will jump because you are super happy. So that's why, I think, wrong button. I think that it's really, really interesting to hold on those and buy more. I saw, in my Discord chat, I don't know if you're following, but I have this membership group that you can join if you press the join button below my videos. It's a great value, and you will get access, especially if you're having one of those tiers here. So there's the Wolfpack, which is the basic tier where you support the channel, obviously. Then this one will give you the real Wolf, give you the access already to the Discord chat, and even Ultimate Wolf will give you access to myself, right? You can ask me any question one-on-one every single day until you have, this subscription. So I think greatest value from any financial YouTuber out there. If you're new, if you are professional, if you are median, I think this is super interesting to exchange ideas, to think about your portfolio, what is the best for you, what eventually, you want to. I have to get used to this buttons here. There's Verda asking the question I just answered. How old were you when you retired, and how did you did it with stocks and by 30, guys? And I believe that, this is the very interesting times when so much is happening on the stock market, because it's really, thriving so many people to this new idea of being partial owner of a company. I think this is super huge. This is a great idea. And I believe that, this is something that you should use to let your money work for you guys, and not you work for the money. Okay, so make sure to do that. And let us have a look what else we had on the agenda. I think what to do now. So I think we more or less spoke about that already. We just buy more if we like this company. So I think this is something that is always a nice and interesting say. I posted yesterday an interview. I think, let me pull this out again or put it into the chat so you can watch it later on. There is the guy, billionaire Ron Barron, also a very big Tesla investor. He was an investor also into let me see here. No, that's not the one. Where is it? I'm just having a look. Where's the interview? I think it's that. I think it's this one. So I just put it here. So you can watch it later on. Put it on your watch list or on your browser. But this interview is quite interesting because I believe that he's talking about, the long term and how this is so important to his wealth, and how he missed because he didn't had this long term vision. He was thinking about the short-term gain that he could make, or maybe he got scared out of things, and that's why he didn't gain so much on Netflix. He didn't invest into Amazon, right? So, you know, if you have this long-term vision, you can very easily make money, guys. Okay, was it on Google, Amazon, Apple stock? If I would, my very first stock, guys, okay, my very first stock was Apple stock. I bought it somewhere when the iPhone came out, somewhere around this area. And I don't want to know how much money I would have today if I just would hold the stocks. But no, I had made, 30%, and this was a lot of money as a teenager, and went out and bought some stuff. I think I started then to day trade, which, I lost a lot of money then back then, and then I started some time to start again to long-term investing. And this was, the most important part, right, to be successful. And therefore, guys, think about it, to really think long term. This is the key to everything, and this is the answer to the question, because if stocks are on sale, you buy more of your favorite stocks, right? You are just happy and you like the stream, for example. So I really appreciate that. Also, that we got so many people now, meanwhile, in our community. I'm super appreciating everybody who's watching on a regular basis, who just, coming on this channel. I think this is one of the most successful channels. Show me other channels that were so successful in their stock picking. I don't think there's many out of them. Jeremy is very good, Hyperchange is very good, Chicken Singapore is very good, but they all have this innovator mindset, plus some of them have the growth mindset, and some of them have the long-term vision as well. So and this is, I believe, a great opportunity to be very successful on the stock market. So yeah, let me say thank you for watching, and obviously I see you tomorrow with so much more content. I can't wait. Tomorrow is Virgin Galactic Fridays, guys. Okay, very important. Every Friday we are talking in my daily vlog about Virgin Galactic. Let me just pull out how the stock went today. So the stock is getting cheaper, guys. So you can make really a bargain here with 14.46. I'm a little bit waiting a little bit more. I load up already a couple of stocks where I feel I have a good starter position, but way not the position that I want to have to. So I am somewhere around, I think, $27,000-ish, and I believe that this is a very big opportunity, guys. Then this is, again, only my personal opinion, no financial advice. This informations and streams are only for educational, informational, and entertainment only. And that's why I have maybe the most funniest gifts. And if you are looking for the secret to get rich very, very fast, then there is no way. Same like John Travolta, just looking for it. There is no way to get very fast rich. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I see you tomorrow. Tune in, subscribe, like, smash and spank the like button. I highly appreciating, and I see you tomorrow with brand new power here on this channel. So thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you. Have a good night, good afternoon, good morning, from wherever you are watching from.